Hello, I'm Sanjeev Mathur from Action Coach, and welcome to another edition of Business Spotlight, which is our series of interviews with business owners. Today, I have with me Gaurav Agarwal. Gaurav lives in Kolkata, and he is the managing director of RK Enterprises, which is a jute products importer and exporter. Gaurav's an alum of NMIMS Bangalore. It's great to have you with us today, Gaurav.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Pleasure to be here.
Great. I'm sure our audience would love to learn about your journey, your transition into business, and about RK Enterprises. Could you share a bit with
Yes.
us?
Sure, sir. So basically, RK Enterprises is a company who is into the manufacturing, export, and import of each and every kinds of jute goods that you can think of or you cannot think of. So basically, we are importing all kinds of raw materials that is required to build the end products from Bangladesh, processing it in India and selling it in India, and also exporting it like in each and every country that you can think of. So our major markets be US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, South Africa. These are some of the countries that we have been covering currently.
That's fantastic. You're in the heart of the jute industry, aren't you?
Yes, so it's basically the hub. You cannot work in jute industry without Calcutta, without Kolkata.
Absolutely. So it's great to learn about you and the company, and just beginning to wonder how you got here. So I wanted
Yes,
to ask you a few questions. Uh,
sure.
when did you start with RK Enterprises?
So basically, I'll let you know. This is not the jute business. Basically, was not started by me in my family. It's a family business. I'm basically the fifth generation doing this business.
Wow.
So yeah. So in 2019, I started this company just after completing my postgrads in finance and marketing from NMIMS. And yeah, the point was, why not get into business after doing the masters in business administrations?
Yeah.
And after you have such a good background in business with your family, why not venture into it?
Absolutely.
So so
Absolutely.
that was the main goal. So like I always wanted to be in the business,
Mhm.
not just because of the perks, but yes, I myself thinks that I have a business mind. I think I can do well in business.
That's terrific. So there's a family business which is 5 decades old, and RK
Yes,
Enterprises is something you started out 4 years ago.
yes, sure, yes.
So let me ask you, if you go back 4 years when you started out with RK Enterprises, if you were to start from there, what would you do differently?
Sir, I would first build a team. Like when I started back in 2019, it was literally terrible for me because for first 6 to 7 months, I couldn't even generate a single sale.
Hmm.
And it was quite tough because jute industry, as you might already know, it's a very stressed industry. As people told me that why are you entering into a stress industry? All my mentors, my coaches, even my family, they
Mhm.
told me, why are you interested to enter in such an industry which doesn't have such a good future?
Mhm.
So I told them that I have done my research, and all these are all these thinkings that you guys have, all these are orthodox, because the kind of revolution that is coming into the market regarding plastic and the ban of plastic usages, jute and cotton is something that is going to grow,
Hmm.
and is going to grow exponentially.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that particular thing was my motivation to venture into this.
Yeah.
And why not use the resources that I already have with my family, not only the financial resources, also the goodwill and the relationship with stronger mills that we had here. So that was the main goal.
So uh, just because a business has been around for a while and it's reasonably saturated is not a reason not to get into it. It's a big mistake.
Exactly. It's big mistake, I'll tell you. It's a big mistake. Like, you have to deep dive. You have to take an industry knowledge first. You just cannot like start a thela and you'll say that I want to sell a paneer roll.
Yeah.
It's not like that. You have to know like what things or what elements I have to add so that a taste comes out in that wrap or a taste comes out in that roll. So you need to have a knowledge.
Yeah.
And I think those 6 months taught me a lot.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that misconception in my back pocket, and we'll come back to it in a few minutes. Uh,
Sure.
I just want to pick up on another thread that you said, that you said you'd want to build a team if you went back
Yes,
4 years.
yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
you know, Gaurav, as an employer, Um, what have been your biggest challenges and learnings? I mean, things like, what's really tough? What have you learned? Is it recruitment, training, managing performance, retaining people, etc.? And what are those things?
So at the ground level, what I saw was when I didn't have the correct team with me,
Mhm.
I was saying I'm not able to do quite a good amount of business development. I was coming to the office. I had some one or two, four, three, four clients, and basically I went into the operation stage. I
Mm.
was not doing, proper. I was not doing the thing which I was good at,
Mm.
and I thought I can do everything and I can manage everything and I can still do development of business development.
Mm.
So that was my major mistake, I
Mm.
think.
Mm.
So that is what I told, that I'll need to build a team first. I need to have a team who can handle my admin part, who can handle the other things which I am wasting my time into.
Yeah. So you end
So
up
that
with too many things, and it becomes really impossible
it,
to
it
manage.
becomes impossible. You have to decentralize. If you don't decentralize, you're not able to grow. You cannot grow.
So what's the challenge? Did you find it hard to find the right people, or did you find it hard to get them to do the things you wanted them to? What are
Oh,
the challenges?
exactly. Yes, yes. Because my goal was not to, I had to. It was certainly like from the start when I started this company, I had this thing in my mind that whatever I do, I have to do it on myself. Like I don't want to, you know, maybe use everything that my father had done, or maybe use his clients or something of that sort. So for that reason, I just wanted to hire the correct team. I wanted to know कि क्या हो रहा है market में exactly,
Right,
कि मैं अपने फादर के क्लाइंट्स को ना पकड़ूं and what new I can do.
right.
So my father was just into some products. I started a different range of products which my father had not done or not even heard of. So he
Hmm.
wasn't importing before. So I was the one who started the imports. And I'll tell you, jute imports is a very difficult task
Hmm.
when a very difficult task. You need a quite a hefty amount of money as well.
Hmm.
And being youngsters, we didn't have that kind of sum with us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really go to my father and ask him, get, sir, papa, please, give me 50 lakhs or give me 1 CR. So
Yes.
that's not what I thought of. So
Right.
the biggest challenge, as I was coming to, the biggest challenge for me, obviously it was team building, and
Hmm.
on top of that it was the finance.
Hmm. Hmm. Got it. So a couple of misconceptions I've got. The first is just because it's a mature industry isn't a reason to not get into it.
Exactly, right.
And the second misconception is I can do everything on my own.
Yes, sir. You cannot.
So what are some of the other common misconceptions about running a business, and how do you address them?
So misconceptions per se, I'll say that mm, the major misconception as per my knowledge is that people go without planning.
Hmm.
So planning is like you have to have a planning. It's just like if you don't have a plan, it's just like you are driving a car without an accelerator.
Yeah. It's
You
not about
cannot.
yes, it's not just about running hard and getting
Yeah, you just cannot do the hard work, and you just cannot have the passion. You have to have a plan.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
you don't know where you want to go, you'll not be able to do what you want to do. That's what I think of.
Great. So in the last 4 years, have you seen some good growth?
Yes, sir.
And what do you attribute that to? Is it mostly marketing or great sales or teams we already discussed?
Yes.
Business processes. What are the things that you believe are the reason that you've got this kind of growth?
So the main reason behind the growth of me and my company was the passion that I have for jute and for the organic products that I am dealing into.
Mhm.
And with that passion came the persistency. So basically, I was very persistent. I kept my patience. I didn't lose my calm.
Mhm.
And as I joined my business in 2019, I started my venture.
Mhm.
Just into 2020, coronavirus, came in.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
like just in 6 months' time, I was just sitting at home and doing nothing.
Mhm.
I really cannot go out to people, cannot talk to them, cannot sell any stuff.
Yeah, those were tough times. Huh?
Very tough times. But still, I didn't lose my patience.
So you
So
researched. So you researched the business a lot. You were persistent. You personally grew a great deal with your
Personally grew, I learned a lot from my father, because at that particular point of time he was free.
right.
He could guide me, so I used that time to to learn the skills that he has gained over these years.
Mm. So Gaurav, just an interesting question on those lines. How much time do you end up spending at work every day?
I haven't really um, thought of that. It's like very chill for me,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
I'm very happy about that. That was the one of the major thing that why I wanted to come into a business. I cannot do the 9 to 5 thing, sir. I cannot.
Mhm.
So that was one of the major reasons. I wanted to be my own boss.
Yeah.
And being about timing, it's there's no time. Even if the business requires you to work after 7 p.m., you have to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just have to see that I didn't have to work for like maybe 3 till 3 p.m. So you
Right.
have to work after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. That's the thing.
Right.
It's depends on your own wish.
So you want to work in your own, in your own style. You don't want to be pressured by these things. But
No,
working hours,
nothing.
if they are long, they are long.
Yeah, if they are long, they are long.
Yeah,
So I don't even see Sundays then.
I see. And how frequently does that happen?
Very less, very
Very
less,
well. Okay.
very
So
less.
reasonable number of hours that you're working, and you're getting the growth that you want in the business, and
Sure.
that's
So it's
fantastic.
the time and again, I told you planning.
Yeah,
If you go via planning, you'll be able to manage your time.
of course, of
If
course.
you don't plan, you will not be able to manage your time. So the things that I couldn't do in 1 hour,
Yeah,
like 2 to 3 years back, now I can do it like 30 minutes. I can complete in 30 minutes. So that is what I think is growth is.
yeah, and I think you probably need a good solid team to help you do that.
Sure, 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 sure.
So when you build your team,
Mhm.
what are the top two or three qualities you look for in your employees?
So the major quality, the two qualities that I foremost look into a person when I hire them is
Mhm.
the passion about organic products, and the second is the sincerity. If the person is sincere enough, and if the person has the passion, they will be able to crack it. They'll gain the knowledge. They'll do the work. If the person doesn't have a passion for a particular industry, it will just be a 9 to 5 hour job for them.
Mhm.
If the person has a passion, they feel like I belong somewhere. I'll do something for this company. I'll grow. The company will grow. That's what I look for.
So I suppose, if I were to club it, would I be right in saying you look for attitude? Skills,
Yes,
yeah, skills can be taught, but attitude. So,
attitude is the most important part for me.
fantastic. Any tips for our viewers on how do you judge whether somebody has the attitude or not?
Just do just tell them to do a normal cold call,
Ah,
and
okay.
you'll just be able to judge
I see.
everything there.
So you play the customer and
Yes,
they play
yes,
the seller.
yes. I play the customer. Even if I hire someone
Yeah,
not into the sales team, I do a cold call with them,
yeah.
because as per my knowledge, as per my experience, small experience, what I have seen is that if I do a cold call, I can get all the kind of behavior that a person has, or what attitude or what personality he or she comes with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's an excellent tip. It's a simple way to do things,
Simple way.
and anybody
Simple
can do
way.
it.
Anybody can do that.
Anybody can do it. So, Gaurav, just peeping into the future a little bit,
Mhm.
the economy is on a roll right now, and
Yes.
what do you see are biggest opportunities and challenges in the next 12 months?
When we talk about opportunities, the biggest opportunity that I have is the ban of the single plastic
I
in
see.
my particular industry. If
I
I
see.
talk just about my industry, and the biggest challenge is that growing number of suppliers. So just after me, I have seen quite a lot of few youngsters also coming venturing into this platform, and and they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, yeah,
So being so about the economy, sir, economy is something that the demand supply thing will always be there. It will always prevail. You will have to have a plan to cut that out.
Mhm.
There will be ups and there will be downs. So that is something that you need to manage.
I think that's very well said because these things will go up and down, and
Yes.
ultimately, if you have 4 or 5 good solid things in place, like a good team and a good marketing plan and a good business plan, as you mentioned, and
Yes.
set of processes to run your business.
Mhm.
It gives you it gives you the inner strength to be able to improve and to withstand and sustain over a period of time.
Yes, yes.
So that's fantastic. Thank you so much for those insights, Gaurav. It's been great to have you share your perspective with our community, and I wish you great success in the coming years.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It
Yeah,
was nice having. I like to thank you to have me on board and do this short interview with me, and it was quite fun for me.
that's fantastic. Thank you so much, and cheers.
Same to you, sir.